Hey everybody, I'm Rick St. Clair, host of Listen Up Elora, and today I have with me the mighty talented Harry Couling.
Hello. So good to
Harry,
be here. Yeah.
yeah, awesome,
Mhm.
awesome to see you. So for the audience who's listening, tell us about you.
I am recently now 27-year-old
Happy birthday.
musician. Yep. Thank you very much. Just on the 6th.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
I'm a musician from Center Wellington.
Okay.
I really started in Elora, so it's always great to be doing shows there. And started my band in 2021 with a good friend of mine named Jonas Baklar,
Mhm.
who is my lead guitarist and fellow song creator and producer, and yeah, creative companion.
Yeah, nice. And so how did you two
Um,
meet?
we met through a mutual friend. A buddy of mine, Max, who I went to high school with, was in university with Jonas, and at the time, Jonas was in a band called the Leafy Greens.
Nice.
Very good band name.
Yeah, I like it. I love green, so
And so yeah, Max knew that I did music. He knew me as like the busker in Elora,
okay.
and had heard that I was writing music, and said you should meet Jonas and you should get him to show you like his whole setup. And so I went to a party at their house, and just like mentioned it to Jonas. Like, I heard you record and produce, and I'd love to show you some of my songs. And yeah, that's kind of how it all started. He showed me all his stuff, and I actually have this one like very very fond memory of when I kind of like really fell in love with Jonas's capabilities,
Yeah.
because I'd written this song, and we recorded it together, and he asked me if I'd like him to do some guitar on it, and I said yeah, please. And so I added this, a couple bars of the chord progression just open for him,
Right.
and he just pulled this amazing guitar solo just out of thin air.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I was like, this guy's super talented, and I'm so happy that I'm doing music with him. A couple months later, maybe a year later, not quite a year, but anyway, he he and I are recording my music, and he just mentions this, like, I've got all these like backup tracks that I've been working on that don't have lyrics, and I had all these lyrics that didn't have riffs or chord progressions, and so that's kind of what brought us to create together, and that's
Okay.
where Painting Pelicans kind of began.
So a
Yeah.
little Lennon McCartney scenario.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great way to put it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's nice when you find someone who has the same sensibilities as you, and then
yeah.
there's just like this natural gel and flow,
Hmm.
So yeah, it's hard to find sometimes, right? As you get older, but when you find it, it's really worth holding on to and keeping.
Yeah, and I'm also just like really lucky because he's just an amazing friend in
Yeah.
general. Like, we get along great, and yeah, so kind of a brother in arms, and like on the stage, and yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Awesome. So, and your band is called?
Painting Pelicans. Yes, I should have wore the T-shirt. I'm wearing a Lost and Found Elora
That's a
Cafe
great one too,
T-shirt.
though. I love the
Yeah.
colors actually. It's green, and then the other green is really nice.
We're
Uh,
called Painting Pelicans. Yeah, that's
yeah.
us.
Okay. So tell me about the story of that name, because that seems like a very interesting name.
It is a very interesting name, and the story is. I guess I could actually take you with me and show you, if you don't mind
Yeah.
a little
Yeah. Let's
tour.
go on a
Yeah.
journey. This is the first time I've ever done this.
So, fun fact: Jonas and I actually live together now.
Okay.
So I'll bring you down to our slightly messy studio.
Okay.
But Painting Pelicans, our music began in this basement, and the name came from this picture that sits behind our drum set.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that.
Aha.
That big guy right there.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So I would come and record, and then I would just like always wave to the Pelican every time I came down because he was such a funny thing for me to see, like a
Right.
little character. And
Yeah.
then eventually like gave him a name and stuff, and he like and the painting itself came from Jonas's sister
Right.
because he went to a trip back in like I don't know what year, but he went on a trip to I don't even remember, but there was a lot of pelicans, and
Right. Okay.
they had this like family photo sharing page on Facebook, and Jonas just absolutely like saturated it with pictures of pelicans that he had taken.
Okay.
So his sister got him that painting. I fell in love with that painting, and when we were doing our first show, which was in that basement, just for a bunch of friends, we kind of brought it to the audience like, we don't have a name yet, what should we be? And somebody said painting pelicans, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was it.
So there was some like like signs from the universe that like
Exactly,
it
yeah.
was important, but then it was actually the official decision was actually made based off of an audience recommendation.
Based off of just one of our friends calling it out. I don't even know who it was, but thank you.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that story.
Mhm.
That's an interesting way. Like I've never heard a story like that where it's like, someone made a recommendation for a band name. There's probably some out there, I don't know, but
Yeah.
first for me, so I think that's cool. Right on.
Yeah.
So now you've got quite a bit of music out. How long have you guys been a band together for?
I guess through like a band, I would say for 4 years, maybe.
Okay.
Not, is it really that long? Time flies, man. I think three somewhere over 3 years. Maybe
Okay.
not yet four.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been us, and it's not just him and I. It's like we do a duo painting pelicans thing,
Mhm.
and on the 17th, I'm going to be doing like a solo painting pelicans
Okay.
performance. But
Nice.
the entire band is it's Jonas, it's two of his coworkers as well, Thomas and Noah. Thomas lives in Guelph, but Noah lives in Cochrane currently, and
Okay.
so he reaches like 7 hours just
Wow.
to come and do shows.
Wow.
And yeah, very dedicated, very very talented as well. Yeah, but that's the four of us.
Okay. And so you put out like was it one or two albums now that you have out?
We've put out one album and a bunch of singles.
Okay.
We've got a lot of music that we're sitting on right now that are getting processed to be released. I think we're gonna do maybe an EP or two.
Nice.
But yeah, Simulated Summer. That was our
Yeah.
first album, and actually the artwork from that album cover was done by Jonas's twin brother Calvin's partner. Her name's Brooklyn Stormy. She's a tattoo artist, and she's
Okay, cool.
phenomenal. Yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
really, really collaborative. Getting the audience to choose our name, getting friends to make our art, and yeah,
And so what was your experience like making your first record? Did you record it yourself or did you go to a studio or how did that all
we
come to be?
recorded it all in that basement
Okay,
that I
awesome.
just walked down in. Yeah, completely just Jonas and I, and
Okay.
we had luckily we were able to get Thomas to send us tracks of drums for some songs.
Right.
But yeah, that just really like Jonas and I. Jonas, in addition to guitar, does drums and bass, and he's picking up a banjo, and
Nice.
I do the uke and keys and harmonica and vocals, and yeah. So together we were able to cover a lot of bases.
Yeah, yeah. It's nice to have like a rich instrumentation in folk music, right? Where you have a
Yeah.
variety of instruments and you can really do a lot with that. And so you switched instruments performing live too, right? Like I guess you would
We
eventually.
haven't done that yet. That would
Yeah.
I have. We've had like I'll jump on. There was one show where I jumped on a piano for. I think we covered Man Eater, and I jumped on the piano, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
But we normally just do Jonas guitar, Noah bass, Thomas on drums, and myself singing with the uke. And
Got it.
yeah, that's our what we've been sticking to.
And so, how did you get into ukulele? What like brought you to that instrument specifically? I know it's like
Yeah.
pretty popular in general, right? But like, I'm just curious about your story with it.
So for me, I started the ukulele when I became a camp counselor back in 2015 because I wanted to play music at camp,
Yeah,
but up until that point I'd only done piano and I couldn't lug a piano with me there. So
yeah, yeah,
I bought a like $30 lime green Mahalo
yeah, yeah.
and uh, and picked it up that summer. Absolutely fell in love with it. And then the other kind of opportunity that gave me because for that particular camp that we were working at, the first year you worked was all you were given community hours.
Right.
You didn't actually make money your training year.
Got it.
So I to make money on the weekends, I would bike from Fergus with that ukulele in a backpack and busk in Elora. And I was
Okay.
16, yeah.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
cool.
or 15 or 16, yeah. And
Yeah.
then that's what I did for a couple summers, and it really got me comfortable playing in front of people,
Yeah.
and and kind of forced me to learn how to like make eye contact and interact with an audience
Yes.
and thank people and be gracious and just enjoy projecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the uke is it really was just the portability of it that made me pick it up, and then
Right.
I stuck with it because I loved it.
Yeah, no, I really like that story, and it's like the utility of the instrument and
Yeah.
how it tied into your experience and like how that really evolved naturally is really cool.
Hmm.
And I think about an artist, I don't know if you're familiar with Sierra Farrell.
Yeah.
She cut her teeth, doing busking too, right? And you learn a lot, exactly as you said, by being able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and it kind of ties into, some stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit later on, right? But when you're busking, people are kind of like walking by, doing their thing, and if you can capture their attention in those moments, it's really,
Yeah.
it really does say something, right? Because there's these cases where you put these like amazing like classical violinists or Eddie Vedder
Yeah.
or something like that in a subway, and they're busking, and like most people, like 99% of people just walk right by.
Hmm.
And maybe the night before they were playing like a show where it was like $500 a ticket,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like you
Exactly.
could you
Yeah.
could get like $500 worth of entertainment just
Hmm.
by taking a moment in the subway. But it just speaks to people's perception, right, and how
Yeah.
context really matters, right? Well, I'm excited to talk about those ideas, but yeah, no, that sounds really cool. And your music is very, like upbeat, and it's got very good energy, good vibes,
Yeah.
right? So like I can hear how you would have been able to like pull those experiences into your songwriting, right?
That's it. Yeah. Exactly.
Catchy, really, really catchy hooks and everything, and like it's nice, right? So
Mhm.
yeah,
Thank
I
you.
can see how that would have informed your songwriting and your experience. So I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think the other thing about it too is when you like one big learning curve for me when I started playing live, just not even busking, but like starting to actually like play at bars and stuff before Jonas and I started playing together was just knowing a lot of songs, like just learning as many songs as you can, so that like you can go into a room and like gauge the audience, like if there's a bunch of you know people of a certain age, I'll start playing some Eagles and some classic rock. If there's a bunch of younger people, do some more contemporary stuff,
Yeah.
and like just be able to be versatile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Hmm.
Totally. And that really kind of ties us into my next question for you. So that's perfect. A little segue, very natural.
Oh, thank
Uh,
you.
yeah. What has been your experience performing live, like connecting with your audience, finding venues to perform? You talked a little bit about covers there. So curious to hear your thoughts on that. You mentioned starting to play breweries, so if you want to expand on where you're going with that, that'd be great.
Yeah. I think like starting out, it's very very tough. You just kind of you know it's like applying for a job. You throw out your resume to anybody who will take it,
Yeah.
and hope that if somebody bites, you do a good job and get called back. Uh, for us, we were really lucky that like we had this community around us that also did music. Because when we started, it was kind of more in the Waterloo scene as painting Pelicans.
Right.
Like for me as a local guy, I would do shows in Elora and Fergus because people knew me around there as the guy who played outside. But
Right.
painting Pelicans when we were just fresh, we didn't really have any reputation. So, and we didn't have anything released yet either. It was just us. So our first show we did at the Yeti Cafe in Kitchener. I don't know if you've ever heard or been there, but
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I've never been, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
it's super super like very very charming, very very small, but like an amazing spot that I absolutely love. And they they had us with an artist who we're also friends with now called Candy and the Rappers.
Okay.
Yeah. And so she did her set and then we played, and kind of that little spark like started to was the start. And then we were able to we take a video of that show and send it to venues that wanted to play at so that people could actually see what we could do.
Right.
And we could actually like offer something tangible instead of just like, hey, I know you've never heard of us, but like try us out.
Right.
And yeah, I think it's just about perseverance, really. And even now, like what like we still are throwing our name out to whatever we can get. We are at this point able to be a little like we have the luxury of being a little more choosy about the shows we do,
Nice.
and we do get offered shows a lot more now than just having to throw ourselves out there. But
Right.
it's still a big aspect of it is just try to get out, and that's something I know you do, like traveling around and like
Yeah.
just getting to as many places as possible.
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure. Like in this music that I'm performing now, it's kind of a newer project. Done, lots of bands over the years and things like that, but kind of gone back and forth. And the way I kind of describe it is it's like you're starting a business
yeah,
that nobody cares about.
yeah,
It's like you could start a business as an electrician or a carpenter, and you have to build a client base if you're sole proprietor or something like that. But
yeah,
there's a demand, right?
yeah,
Like there is just a generic demand, out in the market. Whereas if you're writing original music, it's like you have to kind of you know find a context where someone might care about that, right?
yeah,
Put yourselves out there.
exactly.
So it takes some grinding, right, to like really kind of find your way that way.
Yeah,
So yeah,
excuse me.
and for me, like my whole idea with the concept of Listen Up Laura
Hmm.
was right at the tail end of me finishing up what was my period of like performing country covers, you know. Um, and I had been doing that for like the last 10 years, minus a few years of COVID.
Yeah,
Uh, and I just kind of got tired of it. But at the time when I started it, the idea was I just wanted to play. I had been in so many original bands. That's basically all I had done, right? Is like
yeah,
writing songs, playing in bands, always original stuff, playing shows, and I just wanted to play. So, I started doing the cover gigs and like hiring musicians and paying people, and then that
yeah,
brought me some pretty good talent to like work with, right? And kind of changed the model. But I got to a point where I was like really not fulfilled by it anymore, right? Where
yeah,
I
yeah,
just kind of felt tired of playing other people's songs and like playing the same type of repertoire, and I almost wanted to stop entirely.
yeah.
right? So I said to myself, I'm gonna, I want to try just writing music again, and like
Mhm.
writing originals and getting back into that. And I performed at EBC, and it was a great fun room. Like people were very supportive of it,
Yep.
overall.
People have
Like
a
I
great
did.
time there. Yeah.
I did a raffle and stuff for some merch, and like that did went really well. Like I sold a bunch of raffle tickets, and like it was a nice thing, and people were into it, and they loved my Elora tune or whatever. But I also felt like I wanted to be in a space where it was quieter, especially because
Mm.
I changed the way I sing. Like when I
Yeah.
sing country covers, I'd be singing, higher and with a twang, and like trying to emulate those songs, as most people do. They try and
Yeah.
sort of sound like the cover, like
Exactly.
the singer, right? Or you can interpret tunes in your own way too. But I mostly just tried to like emulate as much as possible. And so it's been a process, and it's still a process of like trying to like just sing through my speaking voice. And I'm a
Yeah.
baritone, almost even a bass baritone. Like you can hear when I'm speaking,
Yeah.
like this is my natural voice. I can put on my customer service voice and like really pitch up. But like if I'm just relaxing, this is how I speak.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just kind of wanted a room where it's like there's not distractions of like the kitchen next to my ears, and like
Yep.
everyone's truly there to like listen. So that's like I guess it was November 2024 when I started trying to like figure out where could I do this in town, or like could I at least help make this exist, right? Where it's like, it's a ticketed event, chairs facing the stage, people are there to see the music, right? And
Yeah.
it's all about listening first. Like it's not a restaurant, it's not also a bar, it's not people hanging out just to, like to chit chat or whatever. And some people are listening, other people tune in and then don't. It's like I wanted it to be like music first,
Yeah.
right? And I remember we talked about it
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
talked
Like
about it
way
like
back.
over a year
Yeah.
ago. Yeah. And I said, hey, like I've had this idea, like would you want to play? And like I actually remember sending you an email offer, and then it just kind of like fell through. So yeah, thanks for your patience.
Hey, we're here,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You're not going anywhere. So
No, I
uh,
think, and that's like the really appealing thing about this kind of show
mhm.
is that there's not really anything else like it that I've ever been offered to do,
Oh
where
really? Okay.
it's you just sit in a quiet room
Yeah.
and and you know people are there just to listen and to you know get to know the songwriter.
Yeah.
And I think that's just brilliant. I also really like that you get somebody from out of town and somebody from local to
Yeah.
foster new relationships, because that's how the music community thrives. Like that's how
Yes.
we get shows,
For sure.
is through each other.
Exactly. And I think that's like the like sort of like the biggest mission of what I'm trying to do,
Yeah,
right? Like it's creating like a very listening forward space,
yeah,
right? Um, where people are there to listen to the music, but it's also about sharing a platform,
hmm,
right? Because, you know, never when I created this did I think, okay, I'm just gonna like, play it myself every time,
no,
right?
yeah,
Because now that I'm playing original music, I wanted to, sort of space out my performances locally to keep,
totally,
some variety, and I want to build my fan base, in other places, right? So I'm trying to play in a different town or city each month, and so it wouldn't even be good for me to like do it that way,
yeah,
especially at this stage, right? Like I'm just kind of starting out, and it's a very new project, so uh, with that in mind, it's like uh, you know, I want to share it with other people, right? Because that's what makes it good. It's like we can't exist in silos. We can't
no,
exist in isolation. We're so much stronger together as a network, as a community. Uh,
yeah,
and so sharing that platform, bringing an out of town artist with a local and cross pollinating. And then my hope is that you meet Liam, right? And say, hey,
yeah,
Liam, let's set up a show in Guelph, or let's set up a show, wherever, right?
exactly,
And you start to trade shows. That's what I did at the very first one,
yeah,
right? I worked with a musician, Jessica Spurl, who's based in Toronto.
okay,
So I played with
yeah.
her in Toronto. I got her the one in Elora, and we'll definitely play some shows again together too.
Hmm.
So in the future,
Yeah.
But it's just about creating that community and enjoying each other's songs and right and also giving emerging artists a place because
Yeah,
it's like it's really tough to find, like we said, rooms where like it's listening first.
exactly.
You
Like, and
know?
playing bars is fun, you know?
Yeah,
It's like you know you're going to go to a place that has a built-in audience, but
yeah,
it there's something about going like playing somewhere for a room of people who are just there to see you,
yeah.
who are not going to be distracted by anything.
Right.
And like that, and knowing that like every aspect of your song is going to be absorbed and appreciated, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and yeah, like, and trading shows like that's like what I the Mountain did with Painting Pelicans, like recently.
Right.
Like we were lucky enough to get them on a bill with us, and then they asked us to play with them, and like now we really like are trying to plan stuff, and it's great.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
or yeah, like that's like so most shows we do is not just Painting Pelicans. It's always with somebody else, and
Yeah.
that's just from networking. Like,
Right.
it's so crucial.
Yeah. And it's more
Mhm.
fun, like I really
Yeah,
enjoy like, playing with
you
other
make
artists and like
friends.
yeah, and getting to experience other people's music and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, like the last time I played in Elora, I guess would have been January. So since then I've just, offered up these spots to other people. And it's a volunteer effort. Like after paying the artists, I just donate the remainder to the Legion,
Yeah,
right? Which is like the arrangement I worked out with them. It ended up being pretty much the only place that really had checked all the boxes, and they were willing to
yeah,
work with me and give me a chance to like try and start something. You
yeah.
know,
They've got a
I
good room for it.
yeah, it's all
Yeah,
everything that you need. It's got a
yeah,
stage, I can have like a front door with a ticketing area. Like it's got a bar. They take care of the
yeah,
bar. It's like all the essentials are there. And I think of, some of the coolest little bars and clubs like, in the States, and like Nashville or whatever. And it's like it's not like a fancy room. It's just like
no, it's
all that
just a
matters
room.
is yeah, all the people are there and like the right musicians are there and it's just a good time. It's like you don't
Yeah,
have to overthink it, right?
just four walls and some chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it simple. But yeah, I'm really excited for your set. I'm
Thank
very
you.
happy that we finally get to make this happen after
Me
talking about
too.
it for over a year.
And you and
So
I still got to do a show together.
we will, we
Yeah,
will
yeah.
absolutely. Like yeah, I'm trying to book a bunch of stuff. Actually, a
Mhm.
great venue to reach out to I can recommend for you guys, which would be good, is called the Dog-Eared Cafe in Paris. I
Oh,
just performed
cool. Yeah,
there
yeah,
like a
yeah.
couple nights ago,
Hmm.
and I was my first time playing in Paris, right?
Yeah,
And we had a room. It was a good turnout, and like these people had never met me before, and I'm sharing a bill with an artist, and so they're helping cross pollinate, which is good
yeah,
too. But they still showed up for my opening set,
yeah.
and they were there to listen, and I got
That's
claps after all
great.
the songs, and like yeah, that's what you want, that's what fills your soul is like talking with people, and then
Yeah,
when I'm done, I get to listen to the other artists' stories and
exactly.
he played a lot of songs that I'm like, wow, that hit me in the chest. So
Yeah,
I like being in the audience in that situation too, right? So yeah, it's really, really nice. But yeah, it's out there, but it's hard to find. So I wanted to bring
yeah.
that, you know, that type of thing here,
Hmm.
right? I did this like 10 years ago. This
Hmm.
like a string of these types of folk shows where it's like I literally tell people no talking. And
Yeah.
and you don't even really have to enforce it. Like people get it.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then they
exactly.
like it. I think they
They
like it. It's just,
they understand the expectation,
yeah,
and I think they know that it adds to the overall experience because it's unique for them too.
yeah,
Like, how many shows do you go to as an audience member, and you just, you know, don't chat, just sit there and enjoy it.
yeah. And be
It's great.
present. It's good. I think
Hmm.
it's medicine. Where it's
Yeah,
like we're so glued to our screens and like it's just nice to just be present and unplug and like really like slow down and just
yeah.
enjoy. You know.
Absorb,
Yeah,
percolate,
yeah,
soak in it. Yeah.
yeah. 100%. Some good coffee terms there,
Thank you
basically.
very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the t-shirt is doing the
Yeah.
most for me right
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
that's right. It's speaking through you, right? Okay, cool. So, as you said, we got the show coming up this Friday. right?
Yeah.
I believe it's
Hmm.
April 17th, if I did my math right.
That's correct. Yeah.
And yeah, and so what do you want the people of Elora to know uh, before you play? You could drop your links, and some people who might not be familiar with you watching this. Anything you want to
Yeah.
say?
I would like to say that, and I'm probably going to say this at the show as well. You know, I'm Harry Couling, but Painting Pelicans is where you're going to find all these songs. So search Painting Pelicans in Spotify, uh, Instagram. What's the one that I actually have to really mention because we actually get paid a lot more money than Spotify.
Bandcamp.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. Look us up on Bandcamp, please. And if you want to see some like silly skits that we've done, check out like TikTok.
Nice.
And we've got shows coming up next month. I'm doing another solo show later on this month in Waterloo at Midnight Run. There will be posts about that on the Painted Pelicans website and Instagram. So yeah,
Awesome.
and also follow Keep with an E. That's my bandmate Jonas's solo stuff.
Okay.
Gotta plug him because he's the best. He's super talented, and
Nice.
yeah, gotta give him some love. So Keep Keepe. Check that out as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm so excited to be in Elora.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome back. And
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So excited to hear your music too, and for you to meet Liam. And I think it's going to be a great night.
I think so too.
So thanks so much for hopping on the call with me. I love the tour too. That was a
Oh
first.
yeah, yeah, a little impromptu. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you like a little like plaque that says first tour.
Yes, yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First video tour. No, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
thank you.
thanks so much, Harry.
Cheers.
All right, have a great night, eh?
You too.